Rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away.
Blazebodyz! Hello, everyone. Listen, I don't have to tell you that life ain't easy. You know, we deal with things on a daily basis. In the course of a day, we all encounter a good percentage of negative events. And in the span of our lifetime, many. And then, you know, that's life. It's not, no one ever said it would be easy, and it's quite honestly not supposed to be easy. It's just like us venturing into our fitness goals. We're trying to get fit. We're trying to push ourselves as hard as possible and stay more as accountable as possible. And that's not easy as well. So it's the same thing for life. Now, as long as you've been coming on here and watching, giving me the honor of your time, watching me talk about various things, you probably noticed that I don't really get into the specifics of nutrition and workouts. As far as specifics, I do emphasize the importance of the accountability and, of course, you know, some of the science of it, but really it's more of the mind. It's the battle, the struggle is real, and it's all a mental game. Now, there have been times personally in my life where I was probably I've been, for the most part, a very positive person my whole life, but there's been times where I was not. I was on a daily basis, quite honestly. I get up every morning and I feel like death. But I have a responsibility to every single person that comes here that's honored me with their time to present a positive attitude and keep them motivated. So, you know, you have to put your mind in a very positive place. And the more you can keep your mind positive, the more it will stay there. The more you will see positive. If you live in a world of darkness, all you're going to see around you is darkness. In fact, at some point, you're going to look forward to the darkness. We've all known those people who they're always miserable. And that's the only place they feel comfortable. It's hard for them to be positive because the majority of the time they're negative. So it's you know, I think I said to you all this experiment I did one time where I was at the lowest point in my life, where I was actually scared. I was so depressed, and it's a scary place to be. And if we've all known people who have sadly taken their lives or been that low, it's not something you take lightly. So what I had to do is I had to, as an experiment, not as an experiment, as a necessity, in a given day, I had to focus on at least one positive thing and a day, and fix and just hone in on the positive, bright side of one thing a day. And then every week I progressively, just like my workouts, it's progressive overload, it's the same concepts. Every week I would increase it to 2 positive things. And I would just, again, hone in on the designated positive assignment for that week. And every week I would increase to 3, then 4, then 5, and you get it. You get what I'm saying. Eventually, all I could see was positive. And then whenever something negative did arise, then I was able to strongly lean back into the positive. You all have to try to do that. You can't get, if you're in, I've used this analogy before, I can't remember where I heard it, but if you're driving a race car around a racetrack going 200 miles an hour or whatever, and you keep looking at the wall going 200 and you don't look ahead, if you keep looking at the wall, you're going to hit that wall. You are what you think. I think, therefore I am, that famous quote. It's true. So if all you think is positive, you will be positive. Now, having said all that, I'm extremely proud to announce that I've been asked to be part of the Stay Positive Apparel company, which is now in the effects of being a non-profit. So I don't stand to make any money from it. I don't get paid. If any sales, any t-shirt that is purchased, or sweatshirt or tank top or hat or whatever, any apparel that's purchased, I think probably more than 90% of the money collected goes towards cancer research. It's a non-profit organization, so I'm very proud to be part of it. I've been, for years, I've been promoting Stay Positive for these guys, two great guys, Tom Mullen and CJ DePrima. I've told this story before, but it was all started because of CJ, who was battling a very rare form of lymphoma called gray zone lymphoma, and they, after extensive and very rigorous treatments, driving home from the treatment one day, him and Tom said, man, we should just put that on a t-shirt. And they did, and now the stay and the positive symbol signifies the type of cancer. So the different color correlates with the different type of cancer. So they're really some really nice, it's a nice logo. We got actually two different types of logos now. If you could go on our website, staypositiveapparel.com, you'll see all the stuff, and buy a shirt or a tank top or a hat and show some support, because we all have people we know, friends, family, people who are very close to us who are battling with and have recently passed or have passed before. And I personally know of a dozen people in the last few years, and it's sad. And we have to do our best to help with cancer research, and if sadly, if a loved one or family member of yours has passed away, you can honor them with tribute to the type of cancer that they struggled with. This past week, I lost. I heard of a person that I knew of from the other place that I worked at. He was a couple of years younger than me. So, and there's a particular person we all know right now in town. He's a bodybuilder and fitness person, and this last year has been extreme struggle for him, and this last several months especially, he's literally battling for his life. So, if there's someone that you know of that you want to honor and give tribute to and fight for in this awful battle, please do so. Please go on our site. Again, it's none of the. I don't make any money from this. In fact, I buy at least a shirt at least once a week of my own money because I support it. So that's that. The damage is done. You've gotten through 2 holidays now, Halloween and Thanksgiving. Hopefully you've redeemed yourself on each one, and you're you know you got Christmas coming up. So bust your ass as hard as you possibly can for this next 4 weeks, and that's less damage you will have coming out of that next holiday. And more importantly, stay positive. It's the most important thing you can do. You can bust your ass as hard as you can, drive yourself into the ground daily, sometimes a couple times a day if you're crazy like me. And, eat strict and so on and push that battle hard. But the most important thing you can do is to be in a positive state of mind. Because I'm telling you right now, there's nothing more important, not only for yourself, but for the other people around you, to be positive. Because, you may know someone who's, they're down in the dumps all the time. They appear to be miserable and not so great of a mood, or they're just not a nice person. But really, maybe they're struggling themselves internally, and all it takes is one day of you being positive and saying something to make them smile. That's going to help them in a lot more ways than you can imagine. All right, well, I've been talking here too long, and I hope you all have an amazing, amazing week. Get going on your preparation for the next holiday. And again, stay positive, and I hope you all are well. Get to the gym!